Welcome back to LTR Gaming. It's your boy Troy. I'm back in the house with some more American Truck Simulator gameplay, of course. But this isn't just going to be gameplay, of course. I'm going to be talking video game news, video game topics, things that I want to talk about on my channel, obviously pertaining to video games and things that I'm interested in. And it's been a very crazy year in the video game industry, and we already know the year is wrapping up. And I got some, choice opinions about some things that's been going on throughout the year, especially pertaining to Sony, pertaining to Xbox, PC gaming, so on and etc. But anyway, before I get into that, subscribe to the channel. This is a real gaming channel. You want to support real gamers that play games on their channel, that are not looking to make clickbait videos, that enjoy the actual hobby, they enjoy the actual genre. This is the channel for it, so subscribe to it. So let me check out this load since the last time I played. This load is coming from Arizona going up to California, and I'm getting paid 55 racks for this. This is one of the most expensive loads that I've gotten so far in this game. This isn't my truck. I am, pretty much, driving someone else's truck, but I do have 2 garages since the last time you guys saw me. Your boy been putting in some work over here, heavy, putting it on the muscle. But that's just what I do. So I got a small garage in Phoenix, and I got a large garage in Spokane, Washington. So in my garage in Phoenix, I got 3 drivers, and they've been making me some dough. But obviously I got 2 more available slots to hire 2 more drivers in the Phoenix location, which I will be doing, but of course I got to make that bread to be able to open up those unlocked slots to progress that garage. Now, in Spokane, Washington, this is where I'm running out of, right? Of course, it's myself, and I got 4 other drivers, and we've been making bread over here. Over $1 million, close to $1 million we've been revenuing in 7 days. And that's including all of us and myself included. So this is where the garage that's really been profitable for my trucking company. And as you can see, we've been getting to the bread, getting to the bag over here. And we doing our thing. We maxing out our productivity. It, obviously, as you can see, is at 100, which is a good thing. But yeah, let's get back into driving and let's start talking video games and everything that's been going on in the gaming industry. And these are just my personal opinions and, thoughts on particular matters and stuff. But at any rate, yeah. So I'm excited that, the new consoles have come out, right? And, they're going to be going on 2 years now since they've been out. And to say that I am impressed with them would pretty much be an understatement. I'm not impressed with the content so far, what's been put out so far by either side at the end of the day. I understand it's new hardware, and normally with new hardware, these gaming companies like to say, hey, guys, look, we got to learn the technology, we got to learn what we can do and what we can't do. But overall, I'm like, okay, it's going on 2 years. I want to see those graphics that you guys have been toting that are going to be generation changing in these next gen consoles. That's been a sore eye for the gaming industry, right? The fact that we haven't seen any real leap in graphic fidelity and anything that's really innovative in a lot of ways in these next gen consoles. And also, the other sore eye, or the black eye, one may say, is that you can't even get these consoles still, particularly the PS5. The PS5 digital and the PS5 physical, you can't go into a retail store and get it in person, or technically in some instances you can't order it online at its normal MSRP asking value SKU. You just can't. If you get it, you're going to have to buy it bundled, right? and then the bundle is going to be more than what most people want to pay for this console. Remember, it's $499. They have bundles that are going for like $899, $1,000, and of course you get like a headset, you get a controller, you get like 2 games that you probably don't even want, that you probably don't even get to choose to even pick. But if you want it, that's what a lot of people are relegating to, having to succumb to get these actual consoles, and I think it sucks. They could have rolled out these consoles in a better way. I thought that these console makers, they knew that these consoles were going to sell like hotcakes, and of course with the pandemic that we're dealing with in the world, they knew that there were going to be a shortage of the actual materials that they're going to need to actually make these consoles at mass rates. And I think they knew that regardless of the matter, these consoles were not going to sit on shelves. And I think what I would have recommended to them, they should have just pushed it back. These consoles probably would have been better off coming out now, holiday season, 2021 holiday season, because the PS5 and the PS4 and the Xbox One X, they had more than enough life left in them. I mean, hell, we're still even playing games that are backwards compatible for those consoles. These new consoles that we have right now, they're not exclusive to the next generation of consoles. They're backwards compatible, so meaning, well, if they're backwards compatible, well, we still could have been playing on those last gen consoles. But of course, it was a money grab. Then you're dealing with the scalpers. Then these game creators did nothing to address that particular issue, right? And I'm not going to shout out the scalpers because they actually suck. Yeah, scalpers suck. I said it, and that's just the way it is. Either way you put it, they have really spoiled the buying experiences of some people that maybe this is their first time buying a console. Like, I remember when I first got a Nintendo, and of course I was a kid, right? I didn't buy it myself, my parents did. But that experience that I had when I initially got it, or the experience leading up to it, going to school every day, talking about it to my friends, like, hey, you know, I asked my mom and my dad for a console, and hey, they more likely than not will get it for me. I'm looking forward to that, and it's all dependent on my grades. Nothing has changed. Kids still do that today, like I used to do it in my day when I was a kid. And I know parents have vehemently been going out there trying to get one. I know I have been trying to get one out there for a couple of my relatives. And you just can't get them because the scalpers, before they go up, they're gone. And it's a shame. It's a damn shame. I remember standing out there online prior to the actual consoles being released, you know, trying to be like that person that gets there early enough to be able to get one physically at a GameStop, and then I'll be like the 5th person before the last console is sold, and then I'm like, y'all been out here like 7 hours, and now I can't even get one. So I've been burnt that way, and like I said, I think it's left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, and I think that part of it is being underreported. And it's unfortunate because a lot of people and a lot of gaming websites in the gaming industry should be talking on that, because at the end of the day, we're consumers. And if we're not getting product that has been advertised that we should be getting or being marketed to us in a timely fashion, or if you're selling a product to us and you don't have enough quantity to fit the demand, then you should not be advertising that product. You should not be, in all reality and truth, trying to sell a product that you know damn well that you don't have the capability of manufacturing enough of these properties to produce to satisfy the market. That's just the truth at the end of the day. But I get it, you know. This is just the way the gaming industry is at the moment. And unfortunately, I don't see it really changing anytime soon. Why would it change? Delays. Oh my gosh. Video games being delayed. Cyberpunk 2077. CD Projekt Red. Oh man. You guys really set a lot of game and development studios back, and you put them in a hard place, between a rock and a hard place. And I'm going to tell you why. As a gamer, you like to give reputable companies that make great games and great content the benefit of the doubt. CD Projekt Red was one of those companies at one point in time. The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, great game. Prior to that, I never played any Witcher games until I played The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt on the PS4 Pro. Great experience, great game, great story, great graphics. Just an overall great overall product that they produced. Free DLC. I mean, they were like the darling. Oh, let me get over here to the right. They were just like the darling of the gaming industry at one point in time with Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. And the way that they, you know, pretty much produced that product and cared for that. Oh, I'm about to hit this car right here. Almost caused an accident. The way they actually, you know, catered, not so much catered, but they just basically showed a lot of interest in how their perception is received and taken by consumers, and they, you know, paid close attention to what we wanted and heard us. And we thought, well, okay, with, you know, Cyberpunk 2077, oh, how could this game not be a winner or a hit for CD Projekt Red? And then what we got? I bought this game for 2 consoles. I bought it for the PS4, and I bought it for the Xbox. I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I did. And while my experience on the Xbox Series X when I played it, even though I was playing the last gen version of the game, because mind you, there's still no next gen version update or iteration of Cyberpunk 2077. I was like, oh cool, let me just play this and see what it's like. I already got more than enough horsepower with the Xbox Series X, so it's going to be able to look phenomenal because this is the last gen version of it. Oh my god. I mean, you know, texture popping, you know, animations glitching through wall, you know, guns not firing when you want them to fire, you know, the world just not feeling lived in, you know, and it's not really a huge GTA 5 type map. It was more of a condensed map, and it was built that way on purpose, supposedly with the intent on making it so, you know, livable, like a lived-in city, like a destination that you can actually go to digitally. And then I bought like the what do you call it? Like the special edition. So it came with stickers. It came with the steel case for the actual console. For the actual game. The booklet, excuse me. The case was steel that held the games. And it also came with postcards. So it actually gave you this destination feel, like, yo, this is a place that you're actually going to go and be and spend a lot of time in. And that was just my impression of it. And what we got just was not what, you know, was intended. And they knew that. CD Projekt Red knew that this game wasn't ready. Recently, they put out a statement stating that, well, hey, the reason why there's no real police chases other than the chase in the beginning of the game, there's no police chase as far as in vehicles, is because they didn't have enough time, or they haven't put that component into the game. And I'm like, well, how do you have police in the future, but they can't chase you? Oh, I'm about to get an accident. Oh, this guy will not let me get over to the left lane. Okay. I'm like, how do you have a game of this nature with so much hype, and y'all have more than enough time? Remember, see, Project Cyberpunk 2077 was delayed so many damn times. You guys forget, like, this game was delayed several times, and we were thinking, okay, we'd rather a delayed game than a game that's put out that is janky, that isn't complete, that, we just knew that, overall quality of the game was going to be CD Projekt Red's number one concern, but clearly it wasn't. And here we are in 2021 going into 2022. We still don't know when the next gen version of this game is going to be released. We still don't know when any DLC is going to be released. We still don't know when any multiplayer is going to be released. And this is a goddamn shame. I didn't pay the normal $60 price for this. I paid for the special edition of this game. And to say that I did not cause... How did I cause an accident? To say that I was not satisfied with it is an understatement. And this might be a rant that I might be going on, and it might be. But I'm just disgusted at the end of the day, because my games aren't free. No one's giving them to me. I'm buying them, right? Of course. And I don't like to get sold a bad bill of sale. Don't market something to me, and then once I get it, I get something completely different than what you marketed to me. I just find it very disrespectful. And I think they didn't give a damn about what we wanted as consumers. They just wanted the money. And they got the money. But now you don't have the trust. At least not from me. See, I don't think CD Projekt Red can hello game this. They can't No Man's Sky Cyberpunk 2077. It's just not that type of game. And what we got is what we got. All they can pretty much do is give us the intended products or software that DLC, you can say, that they intended to give us. And whether it's shoddy or janky or not, it's going to be what it is. The next thing that they put out that's not Cyberpunk 2077, meaning the next game IP that's not related to this, or let's say the next Witcher game, if it isn't on... Let me say, if it isn't on the level of a masterpiece, I don't know what they're going to do. I'm just saying, I don't know what they're going to do. But then again, there's still some people out there who are going to go out and give them their money anyway. And people just need to stop compulsive buying shit and just stop buying things for the sake of buying shit. Like, if a game is not good, it's not good. Let them take that shit back to the studio and fix that shit. I don't want 1,000,001 patches or 1,000,001 patches 2 weeks after the game has been released. That's not a complete game. And that's what a lot of studios have been getting away with as of lately. And we as the consumers have been giving them a pass to do that shit. That's not the way this is supposed to work. Let me slow down here because I don't want to get a ticket. I do not want to get a ticket. That's not how the gaming industry is supposed to work. You're not supposed to put out work that isn't complete and then say, oh, we'll fix it on the go. We'll fix it while you're playing it. Well, let me pay you half of the game, half of what the game is worth now, and then once you completely fix the game to where it's completely playable, right, to what you advertised it to be, then I'll pay you the other half. Let's see if these gaming companies and developers would be okay with that. I gotta pull into the nearest inspection station to have them weigh my load, which is fine. But I just don't like the way the gaming companies are just basically doing as they wish when it comes to releasing these games, and us as the gamers aren't not making enough of a stink about it. Like, we really need to start complaining about what's going on. Like, if they're giving a shoddy product, yo, when you buy it, and if it's not what's advertised, yo, go back to the store, give them your money back, get your money back, and give them their product back. And if we do that, if more of us do that, you know, it have these developers in such a space where they have no choice but to straighten up and start doing right by us. But people are so, you know, still with the console wars, still with, oh, I'm a Sony guy, oh, I'm a PlayStation guy, you know, I need to have a PlayStation, or no other game or console exists if it isn't PlayStation, or I'm an Xbox person, or I'm a PC person. At the end of the day, if you call yourself a gamer, you game where the games are. It doesn't matter where, doesn't matter the platform that the game is being played on. It doesn't matter where the games go. You're going to go where the games are. So if the games are on Xbox, you go to Xbox. If the games are on PS4 or PlayStation, you go to PlayStation. The games on Nintendo, you go to... And I understand if you have a preference to the type of games you like to play. Cool. I have no beef with that. But when you say you're a gamer, but you only play PlayStation games because you're a PlayStation loyalist, to me that just doesn't make sense. But then again, I'm a person of logic and sense, and I'm a grown man, and I'm not a child that lives at home, that get their parents to pay for their products. But I just think that it's very stupid here. We're in 2021. As you can see, my driver is getting tired. He's yawning a lot. We're here in 2021 going into 2022, and, you know, we're still questioning, you know, the reality of, you know, a console war. Should it exist or shouldn't exist? And it's stupid. Going forward, I don't know if you guys understand or know, but guys, maybe in the very near future, which is very near, consoles are going to be obsolete. Everything is going to be digital, over the internet, over your Wi-Fi, over the internet. Streamed. You're going to be streaming your games to your TV. Unfortunately, I'm a physical media type person. I prefer having the actual console in my home, in my hand. I prefer having the actual game case and disc, because I like to collect items. So I like to put them on the wall and collect. If I've been in my man cave right now, like, I set everything up in the way I want it. But everything is going digital. So the console war beef that exists currently still, what's going to be the beef? No longer is it going to be, well, you know, your console has 4 teraflops. My console has 12 teraflops. Your console have 8 gigs of RAM. My console has 12 gigs of RAM. That shit ain't going to matter anymore. So what's going to be your beef then? Oh, well, as human beings, we're going to find a way to disagree. We're going to find a way to choose sides and exclude others. We're going to find a way to favor one over the other, which is stupid. That's why I don't understand the toxic nature of this particular genre in entertainment. We're playing video games at the end of the day, guys. It's all supposed to be fun. Period. It's not supposed to be taken seriously unless, you know, when companies are screwing you over, then yeah, you know, you got to go with your dollars, you know, value that, and, you know, make sure you're getting, you know, bang for your buck, of course. Let me make sure I'm close to my destination, because I don't want my driver to actually fall asleep and crash. Okay, so I'm almost to my destination. I should be able to make it there. But if I actually need to rest my driver, is there a rest destination? Yeah, there's several. If it comes to that I can pull over and just rest. But I'm gonna try to thug it out and get there, because we're almost there. We're not that far. But like I said, it's no reason that, you know, we should still be bickering and arguing amongst ourselves. You know what I mean? Like choose what you like, play what you like, but I just don't respect, you know, that. Also, 2022, supposed to be so many games coming out for the PlayStation. Now, I have the Xbox Series X. I also have the PlayStation 5. So, while I'm enjoying the greatness of Microsoft's Game Pass, I'm very interested to see what the hell Sony's doing. What have you been doing? You've been resting on your laurels for years. You've been resting on your first-party games for years. Now, listen, without a doubt, Sony has some of the best first-party games that have ever been made. Microsoft is now starting to buy the studios to hopefully compete with them in that regard. Good move, Microsoft. But Microsoft also has had Xbox Game Pass for years, and you cannot tell me without a doubt that isn't a benefit for gamers. I would never undersell that service because it is a benefit for gamers. If you don't have any games, right? If your child, let's say for instance, right, it's Christmas, and you're like, well, hey, you know, I don't have, I didn't buy my son or my daughter any games, but I did buy them an Xbox console, whether it's the X or the S. I'm going to subscribe to Game Pass so that they can have a selection of games, and there are hundreds of games, different genres. And guess what? You get to play all of them whenever you want for a low monthly subscription fee. Or you can just buy the Game Pass for the whole year out up front, and you don't have to worry about it until the subscription is over the following year, and you just renew it. And the selection of games that you get are day one exclusive Xbox games included in Xbox Game Pass. How do you beat that? How do you compete with that? I don't see where Sony's competing with Microsoft at in that regard. Like, what are you doing? What are you offering? This is a wide load. What are you producing, Sony? What are you giving the consumers to want to stick with you, other than your exclusives? But the thing is, your exclusives come at the beginning of the year. Most of the time, you might have a couple. Let's say spring or early summer. And then you have, you know, exclusive come, let's say, exclusives come holiday season. But in between, we were getting by with the third-party games, which are on both consoles. And we've been getting by most of the time with indie games. But that's not enough anymore. Game prices are going up. I don't know if you guys know, if you are a next-gen console owner of the PS5, those games are $70, guys. $70. 70. Not 60 anymore. And what they told us, well, you know, the cost of development has gone up, you know, and you know, the technology, and you know, the time it makes to create these games. Bullshit. Bullshit. Okay, so now you're digging in my pockets because you want more of my money. Okay. I need a better service than PlayStation Gold and PlayStation Plus. And you give me games that either I already had on last gen console, games I already played, or old games. They're not new games. And then that's it. Well, guess what, guys? That's not enough anymore. That's not enough for the consumers who are supporting your brand, supporting your console, when the other competition is giving us way more than that. And I want gamers to start speaking up, whether you're a Sony person or not. Speak up. Remember, guys, if you're playing on console, y'all know we're paying for the ability to play with other people, right? We're paying for the ability to talk to other people online, right? Well, guess what? Like, I'm playing American Truck Simulator right now on PC. Well, guess what? This is free. The game isn't free, but I'm playing online. The internet isn't free, but I'm playing online, and I'm not charged any extra subscription to be able to communicate with other gamers, to play with other gamers online. We're doing that on console. And you guys remember, you forget, and maybe some of you guys are not old enough to remember, there was a point in time where there was no PlayStation Plus. You were actually able to play online for free. You didn't have to subscribe to any subscription to play online. Now you do. Also factor in, currently right now with the cost of inflation, everything is going up. If it's not consumer friendly going forward in this particular industry, you're going to see developers and developing companies that develop games, they're going to start to go under because their games are not going to get bought. No one's not going to pay for product that's overpriced. Oh, I'm running out of fuel? I didn't even know I was running out of fuel. I'm talking my goddamn head. See, that's what happens when you get to talking. Well, at least I get to talking. I get to talking, and then I go on a tangent. I need to get fuel, and I need to sleep. So I'll be able to do 2 for 1. So let's stop here, get fuel. Once we fuel up, we'll go around, we'll stop here, sleep, and then we'll continue on our destination, which is right there. Complete this delivery. But that's where we at. This truck lets me get over. But that's where we at. In 2022, Sony, and I hate to put a lot of the onus on Sony, but they have to, going forward, it has to be consumer friendly. Because if it's not, I don't see how they make it. With the charging what they're charging for the PlayStation Plus subscription. And take it from me, right? I like to play with other people online on certain games. Like I like to play. I've been playing Back for Blood on the PS5. Excuse me. And that's obviously a co-op zombie game. Shoot 'em up, like from the makers of Left 4 Dead. You have to play that online. But for the most part, a lot of my games that I buy and I purchase are single player games. I'm a single player gamer all the way. Because I like to take my time. I like to get into the story of games. I don't like a rushed experience. And sometimes playing online, I don't like to play or be dependent on other people for the experience. And if you don't know, when you're doing contracted loads like me, I'm pulling freight and I'm using another company's truck to pull their freight. You don't pay for gas. The gas is paid for by the actual company. So this gas that I'm filling up or putting in this truck right now, it's not coming out of my account. It's coming out of the company that I'm driving for account. But yeah, like I like to play single player games on myself most of the time. I like to chill, relax, have a drink, order some wings, or, just be chilling on the couch while my girl's, on her Kindle, reading a book. I'm on the sticks, getting into a single player game with a great story. I really don't need, online. They hit me up for $200 for not sleeping. I'm about to sleep right now. So I really don't need the multiplayer experience as much as other people do, but I'm one person, and I know other people enjoy the multiplayer experience. But going forward, Sony has to give the consumers more than what they've been giving them. So far, up until this particular moment, if I had to say, consumer-wise, who has impressed me with their services up until this point, oh, without a doubt, it's been Microsoft. All right, this is the hotel right here. It's been Microsoft. Microsoft, without a doubt, has totally impressed me. I'm about to sleep right now, buddy. Relax. All right, let's get some rest for this guy. So you just pull into a designated parking spot, sleep. And as you can see, it's raining right now. All right. And this building, with this particular load, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to get this load around this building. So I'm going to have to back this thing out. But going forward, I mean, guys, listen up, man. Y'all got to start putting this pressure on Sony. Because this is a what have you done for me lately industry. And they've just been sitting on, their laurels, and well, we're Sony. We've sold better than the competition last generation. And while that may be true, turn my lights on. While that may be true, what have you done lately? You've been delaying games like to hell. Every game that Sony in-house game that they have, that they show, I just assume that it's not coming out when they give the said release date. It's just been the trend. And then it's always, you get these gaming, websites such as the IGNs. Crunch. These game development teams, they starve their employees, and, they don't feed them, and they have to work 10-hour days. And, y'all forget how much these people that create these games get paid? Oh, bullshit. I did not hit that guardrail. Y'all saw that. I did not hit that guardrail. They make it seem like these people, and I'm not saying that you got to work, till your hands fall off, till your fingers fall off. But these folks that create video games, right? And especially in these well-known gaming studios, and, oh, my bad. I got to take that off the map. I forgot to take the gas station off the map. Let me remove that. So yeah, these guys get paid really good money. You know what I mean? And look, you know, certain games, certain companies, they have a, you know, an expectation, you know, and I understand that. And, you know, but, you know, some, like me, like in the industry that I'm in, that I work in law enforcement. Look, the expectation of going home when you're supposed to go home on your scheduled shift, don't ever think that you're going to ever consistently go home when your shift's supposed to end. Expect there to be call-outs, expect to be forced, expect to you know, work, you know, long days, long nights, expect to work in the cold. These are just general things that come along with the particular profession that I'm in. And I think, you know, if you're a video game developer or creator, this just comes along with the territory. And we need to stop comparing, you know, crunch and, you know, long hours of work to slavery. Like, because I get very offended by that. You know, and yeah, I'm a black man, and yeah, I'm going to get offended by that. Yeah, that triggered me. And yeah, that triggered me. And I'm not ashamed to say that triggered me. You know what I mean? Like, people say that as if it's supposed to mean something when you say it into a black person. Oh, did that trigger you? Yeah, that triggered me. Yeah, I'm not a slave today, but my ancestors were. And what they went through was bullshit. And what they went through was real. So don't make light of it. Don't make fun of it. And don't use it haphazardly in the way that it's been used when you're describing people that have to work to make video games and they're getting paid for it, who get to go home at the end of the day to their families. No one's forcing you to be a video game developer. No one's telling you have no choice but to create video games. No one's telling you you're going to work for free and never get paid for it. So miss me with that slave shit that's being used on the internet that I've been seeing when it comes to this crunch schedule and these game developers being overworked. Who did I crash? And well, I didn't even look, so. Oh, are you serious? So they've blocked the exit that I needed to get off to go to my destination. Okay, we're going to take this lane, see where this detour goes. But the delays have been crazy. So many games I've been looking forward to playing, just not coming out or being delayed. Every time a game is announced, and the game could be looking good as hell. I look at it like this: the better the game looks, the more likelihood of it being delayed is more likely. The better the game looks, the more likelihood of it being delayed is likely. I need to turn on my high beams because I can barely see in here. And that's just been the way of the actual gaming industry. But then again, if you have a backlog like myself, because I have a backlog, I still haven't even reviewed Far Cry 6, which is a game I completed. I still haven't reviewed... What else did I complete? I completed something else the other day. See, I'm a person that complete my games. Like, I don't jump from game to game. Like, I play the game to its entirety and then give a review. That's why if you look on my channel and you look at my playlist, you'll see that, you know, you'll see the complete series of a set game from the beginning to the end, and then you'll get a review right behind it in that series, because I play my games. I don't just play them and then just play the ones that's new and then move on. No, I like to share my experience with other gamers so that they can be informed and aware of what I've been playing. I'm trying to look and see what was the last game. Hold on. So I beat Far Cry 6, the game. Oh, I beat Far Cry, the DLC, the recent DLC that came out, the Voss DLC, which was great. By the way, I'm going to get into that more likely than not very shortly. And I'll be sharing my experience with you guys about that. Because the Voss DLC was pretty interesting. Very good spin and take on that. And you can only play that on Far Cry 6. And I bought that for the PS5. So Far Cry 6 is a pretty good game too. I enjoyed it. Some people say it's pretty much the same old. But hey, look, I'll share my true thoughts in the review. But yeah, that's typically how I play my games. I recently also picked up Dark Souls remastered for the PS5. Is it Dark Souls? Yeah, I believe it's Dark Souls, the remastered version for the PS5. That looks brilliant. I haven't played it yet, but let you guys in a little secret. I've never played a Dark Souls game, but I've seen people play them. And obviously I know what I'm getting into. It's super hard. I'm going to die a million times, and I look forward to doing that and sharing those experiences with you guys when I play it. But I bought it because I want to get into those type of Souls games. And I was recommended that I should get into it. Demon Souls, excuse me. I believe it's Demon Souls. If I'm pronouncing it wrong or screwing up the title, I'm sure you're going to find a reason to let me know that, and you'll probably unsubscribe from the channel, which is fine. But I'm definitely going to be getting into more Souls games going forward in 2022, even though I suck at them. Because I've played like Bloodborne. That was like a Souls type experience, people told me. And even though that was a pretty good game, and a game that came out quite some time ago, I was horrendous at that. And but I'm looking to get into the Souls series and looking to get into that remaster. I also picked up Mass Effect Legendary Edition for the PS4. They do not have a PS5 version of it yet. But I'm looking to get into that. I'm a big Mass Effect fan. Shout out to BioWare. Oh, guys, please don't fuck up the next Mass Effect. You fucked up Andromeda. Okay? And I had high expectations for Andromeda, and it just didn't hit the mark for me. You guys didn't support it. It felt janky. It felt like it wasn't put together, and it felt like it was rushed. So I hope going forward that you guys really take the time to really understand why that series is so beloved. And I tell people this all the time. I believe it was back in 2000. This Mass Effect story, and I'll share with you guys here on this stream. I believe it was back in 2007. I went into GameStop and I had the Xbox 360. Dude, what the hell is up with all of these? Oh my, what the hell is going on with all of these freaking roadblocks that are leading to my destination? Like, I'm being rerouted like the second time. Like, this is unheard of. That's fine. Back to the story though. So yeah, I think it was about maybe November 2007. Mass Effect was already out. I didn't even know when Mass Effect was, right? The original Mass Effect. And I went into GameStop, and I remember this like it was yesterday. I asked the GameStop employee, I said, hey, I'm looking for a game, a single player game with a great story that I can get into and invest my time in. And there gotta be a back. Hold on, I'll tell you the story in a second. But they keep rerouting me, and I'm gonna have to take a back way. So what I'm gonna do? So, excuse me. So I go into GameStop and I ask the GameStop employee. I say, "Hey, I need a single player game that I can play, that I can spend some hours in, get lost in the world, that has great character, great story, but also that has a great experience." And the GameStop employee said, "I got a game for you." He said, "Have you ever played Mass Effect?" I said, "No." I said, what's the developer that makes it?" He said, "BioWare." Oh, all right, cool, great. I'll play a BioWare game. So I get it. I get home, and character customization. So of course, make my character black because I'm black. But then it starts, and the voice acting. And listen, of course I was expecting a game that was narrative driven, but I wasn't expecting a theatric type experience from the game. The game had such a way of making you feel and believe that, no, this is a real deal. This is really going on, and it's up to you to be the difference maker. And up until that point, I don't think I never was really invested in a story of that nature that made me feel that way. And that's what got me into the series of Mass Effect, and I've bought every single one. I believe I even have the Legendary Edition for the PS3, because this isn't the first remaster of Mass Effect. They did a trilogy, They did a Mass Effect trilogy on the PS3 that I have over there still. Yeah, I have the Mass Effect trilogy. And I still have my PS3, but I don't boot it up. But I said, yeah, this series is a great series. And I know there was a lot of controversy on the way 3 ended, and I understand why. But look, BioWare, you guys have more than enough time to understand the way this goes and what we want from a Mass Effect game at this point in time. We want space exploration like we've never seen before. If Hello Games can give us a procedurally generated universe that looks damn decent, that looks damn good, I may say, in 2021, even though it didn't start out like that, and it's procedurally generated. I'm not saying that we need to have a procedurally generated universe in Mass Effect, the next Mass Effect iteration that's coming out. But we need some space exploration. We need to be able to go to different planets, land. We need to be able to we need to be able to go to different planets, land, mine, go on some adventures, explore, meet different civilizations of aliens. I'm all down for that. But BioWare has to want to put the time and the effort into creating that kind of Mass Effect. And they have more than enough budget to do it. I think it comes down to the will. Do they have the will to do it? Do they want to do it? Right? Hold on. I don't think it's blocked up there anymore. Okay. Yeah, so they have to have the will and the want. And if I can't, they got to have the will and the want to do it. And no, 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 hell no. No, I'm going around this. I'm going right through this shit. Because I'm not going around again. We sliding our big rig right through this bitch. Fuck that. Reroute him. I think we good. I think we good. I don't want to hit the cop and he arrest me. Are we stuck? Oh. I was attempting to go around. But yeah, I think overall, you know, they have to, at the end of the day, create a product that the consumer wants. And if they're honest enough with themselves, they have to admit, all right, let's pull them. All right. If they're honest enough, they have to admit that they have not created a product that the consumer wants. They have not created a Mass Effect game that we as the consumers would say is a real Mass Effect game. And I think, you know, going forward, they shouldn't continue to get a pass anymore. I don't think we can afford to give them a pass anymore. Because what have they done? Jesus. It's not trying to let me through that little dip. I know I'm breaking the law right now. Just trying to get over this. All right. So I'm probably gonna need some help. Okay, no. But yeah, I think overall, they have their hands full. All right, they're gonna tow me out. All right, tow me out. So yeah, I think overall, like their hands are going to be full going forward. And another company that's going to have their hands full going forward is Rockstar. Rockstar, listen, man, y'all don't get to get off the hook. They released this GTA 5 DLC. And people are so, it's the latest greatest thing since sliced bread. And I'm like, yo, we got a game that's going on a freaking decade since it's been released. It's been released on several generations. And I'm like, well, it was on the PS3, it was on the PS4, now it's going to be on the PS5. Like, when is the next Grand Theft Auto coming out? Like, when do we get the next GTA? Like, what have you guys been doing this entire time? Like, you guys made billions of dollars up until this particular moment in time that we can say. And we're getting DLC for online. Well, we've been asking for DLC, single player DLC for GTA 5 for years now, haven't gotten it. We've been asking for DLC for Red Dead Redemption 2, single player that is, haven't gotten it. So it's like, okay, so Rockstar, y'all just want to do what y'all want to do then, at this point in time. Y'all just doing what y'all want to do and putting out what y'all want to put out, when y'all want to put it out, how y'all want to put it out. Like, no one's asking for any online DLC. Now, I'm going to check it out now. But I just can't. I just can't stand the way that they're doing it. Like give people what they want. Because what ultimately, I wish that there was another Grand Theft Auto type competitor game. And please don't say Saints Row. Saints Row is not competing with a Grand Theft Auto game. But there's no one lighting the fire under their ass, letting them know, like, hey, you know, what y'all doing is not going to continue to be equitable in the market. Like EA and Madden. We need another NFL studio to make NFL games. And I'm glad that the EA license is almost up. It's been a long time coming. Because I can't stand the football we've been getting. All right, so are we going to have another experience of this? You know, the reason why I keep doing this is because I did it before and it worked. See? That's what I was trying to do at the other junction. And they don't give you a ticket and you'll be able to go straight to your destination. But I'm like, you know, when is Grand Theft Auto 6 going to come out? 2025? And then when that comes out, well, what are we going to get? What's going to be so different about it? Like, I just don't like... And then there's another thing about Grand Theft Auto Online. I don't like the trolling. Like, that shit is so annoying. Like, you know, yeah, and I get it. You can go into passive mode, and they kind of corrected that so you don't have to deal with people killing you every time you spawn. But that shit is so annoying. And I understand some people enjoy it. Like, and normally it's a younger crowd of a gamer that likes that whole back and forth. You know, you kill me, I kill you. You kill me, I kill you. I don't care for that. Not in that kind of game. Like, if I was playing like a Call of Duty or something of that nature, that's one thing. This is a Grand Theft Auto game. Like, they need... I hope in the next Grand Theft Auto game, because I've also played GTA 5 online modded, and one of the cool modded experiences that I've had with that game was the modding community, modding in roles and jobs that you could actually do. Like, I really enjoyed that experience. Like, I used a mod where I was actually able to play as a cop. And that mod was pretty good. Like, you get to respond to calls. You get to pull people over if they're, you know, going over the speed limit. You get to arrest people. Like, that was like some real to life type experience. And I understand, you know, Grand Theft Auto was the opposite of that, right? It's Grand Theft Auto. Like, you're supposed to commit like criminal behavior. I totally understand. But I kind of enjoyed that element of it, that mod that was created. And I enjoy the modding community, because the modding community, to be honest, they be the saving grace to a lot of games. Like, modern games and what modders do, and the fact that they don't get enough credit, and that community doesn't get enough acknowledgement, I think, by game developers. Like the Grand Theft Auto trilogy that recently came out. which was a trilogy that already came out, but they just re-released it for consoles, right? Like the modding community pretty much modded that game and fixed a lot of that game in ways in which Rockstar released it that was just not respectable from a company that, and I get it, they had another studio that they outsourced, you know, do the remaster of that, or do the, yeah, you can call it, let me not say remaster, do the console version of that trilogy, but they're still affiliated with you, and this is your brand, this is your product, and you have more than enough money to put into, you know, if you're going to bring something back out that's been out for decades now and re-release it, why wouldn't you put the time and effort into that so that, hey, you know, not only would it be the best product, but it'd be the best experience, and it won't look like it's, you know, not thought of, or not much has been put into it. But they just don't care. That's just my personal opinion. I just feel like Rockstar just don't give a damn. They just don't give. Like, they've made their billions, and y'all keep buying them shock cards, and they keep bringing their game to the next generation, the next. And that game was a good game, but it was not a game of that caliber where it's like, oh my God, we need to have this on every version of every game, of every console. It wasn't that kind of game. But y'all keep buying it, so they keep porting it over. Spending power, guys. We got to understand, spending power matters. And I made it to my destination. Give me some goddamn respect.
These nuts. Got it. Got it.
That was a long ass ride. I mean, y'all saw me trying to go through a goddamn roadblock several times, having to get towed out, going through another roadblock. I mean, like I said, man, I enjoy gaming. I enjoy the experience and sharing these experiences with you guys, and you know, that's what it's about, man. Like, people just need to just play games and be happy. Like, just be happy. And I got an excellent delivery for this particular load. And I get to level up one more plaque. So I'm deciding, should I just level up this hazardous cargo attribute here for myself? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to level that out and complete that so that I'll be able to make all kinds of hazardous cargo loads and deliveries, which would obviously increase the value of money I can make, which is a good thing for me.
These nuts. Got it. Got it.
So as you can see, all the loans my ass been taken out, which is the biggest loan I got, which was that $400,000 loan, which is initially the initial loan that you were able to take out, which is the largest loan in the beginning of the game, that I used to get my first truck company on the road. And I still got $285,000 to pay off. But I've been taking out other loans because I needed to buy trucks so I can get people working for me. So once that loan's paid off, hopefully I have maybe 2 to 3 garages at that time where I possibly might not even need to take out another loan. My garages should be able to produce more than enough revenue for me. Like I said, I know we're producing 48 racks here, and but my small garage, let's see how these guys are doing. They're kind of on their own in Phoenix, Arizona, because I'm not even there. Let me see what these guys are doing. Patrick, Let's see what your log looks like. Patrick's all right. Patrick's trying to make some money. All right. All right, let's see what Patrick. And as you can see, you can adjust what you want their training policy and proficiencies to grow in. And I got him, you know, working long distance loads. And, you know, the higher, you know, the more attributes they have, obviously the more money they'll make, and the better their rating would be. The better their rating would be, the more money they make. That's just how that goes in this game. Let me see my other drivers. Excuse me, let me check out of there. Garage. See how you doing, Benjamin. Alright, Benjamin, you're not doing too good, brother. You actually costing me money, bro. And he's pulling fragile loads right now. So I'm probably gonna switch him over to over the road, long distance loads. Get him doing that. And Robert, let's see your log, Robert, what you're pulling. Robert, you all right? Robert, you got steady income coming in. Kind of cost me right here, but that's okay. As you can see, he's pulling hazardous cargo loads at the moment. He's in the bed actually at the moment, resting. But once he maxes out the hazardous cargo attribute, I'll put him over the road, get him that maxed out. But everybody that's in my actual Spokane, Washington garage, which is my large garage, they're these are level 5 drivers. Everybody's a level 5 here. Yep, Peter's a level 5, Jacob's level 5, Felipe's level 5, and Isabella's level 5. And of course I'm level 5. So that's why we're making the most money. She's been doing pretty good. See, she's I don't know why she's pulling hazardous. I didn't know I put her on that. I'm gonna put her on I'll put her on high value. She pulls a lot of loads. She cost me some money right there, but she pulls pretty good, decent loads. Yeah, guys, this is Iron Lion Trucking Company. It's your boy Troy here at LTR Gaming. Please, if you've been with me throughout the entire stream, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I don't only play PC games, also play console games as well, and I stream here and I also stream on Twitch. Subscribe to me over there as well. And catch you guys in the next video, guys. Peace.